currently ranked co-number 1. More on that from Mary in a moment. Just 21 years of age. That's what everybody must remember. Those events of 27 months ago, she was just 19, living in Sarasota, Florida. $7 million in earnings for her and 8 Grand Slam titles in only 6 years on the tour.
Now, there's a 17-year age difference between Monica Seles and Martina Navratilova. Keep that in mind, because the last time they played was at the Paris Indoors 2.5 years ago. Martina won that, and in winning that, she became the oldest woman to ever beat the current number 1. The last time that had happened was back in 1980 when Billie Jean King, a couple of months older than Martina at the time, beat Martina. So they've had some terrific matches.
And listening to Monica, if you thought maybe she forgot that the last time she played Martina, she lost, she did not forget. She raised it. And so if there's a revenge factor at all in an exhibition match, that's very much in the forefront of her mind. She wants to beat Martina. Monica will start with the service. Fran McDowell is our chair umpire. Mount Vernon, Washington. It starts with a double. Now, would you consider that maybe there's a little nerves here today?
She gave a nice little nervous giggle there. That's kind of, again, just hearing her giggle again is just about the sweetest thing I've heard in women's tennis in years. I remember that. The only way to try to beat Seles is to go after her, to attack her. Martina Navratilova is one of the few people who can do it, trying to come into the net. But here, her approach shot falls short.
For serve.
This is a rubber surface, a Supreme Court it is called, not unlike the surface on which they last met. And as you can see, if you give the ball a lot of spin, the court will take it. On that one, Seles was a little bit surprised that Martina's slice stayed so low. Here's a heater. And Navratilova does not have any of that kind of power. In fact, when Martina serves, her flat serve is her changeup. Just way too good. That approach shot from Navratilova that time was far, far deeper, but it floated a little bit and gave Seles a chance to make her swing. You can see there's so little take back with Monica's swing that she has time. It's even that good a shot did not rush her enough. See, all it is, watch, it's just hips and shoulders, bang. Because she has two hands on both sides, a lot of times you can forget she's a lefty.
You heard Martina make that call. Martina has played with Monica not too long ago down in Sarasota, playing in the sense that they were out having a hit and practicing with each other. And when asked about that, Martina said, she ran me around quite well and she'll play well in this match. So she knows what she's in for here today. Game to Seles, and she has a 1-love lead. Best 2 of 3 sets. Tim Ryan with Mary Carrillo, Pat O'Brien. We're here to watch Monica Seles and Martina Navratilova. Martina will serve for the first time down love 1 here in the opening set, live from the Convention Center in Atlantic City.
It'll be interesting to see if she's going to serve and volley a lot. Because the first 3 winners from Seles in the first game were passing shot winners. That's nicely done.
Well, and we've seen that before as well. A good volley from Martina.
Well, when they used to play, Navratilova would serve and volley about half the time, and she'd lose actually she'd win less than half those points. You can't really come right at Seles because her return game is so big. So Navratilova, more often than not, I feel, will serve and then try to approach and get in. Try to get Seles on the run a bit.
40 love.
The only thing Seles complained about, and it was a pretty minor complaint, was that she didn't feel she was returning too well in practice last night. So far, Navratilova is looking like she's going to hold pretty easily.
Monica played with recently retired male professional Jeff Grant, and it was a very grueling 2-hour workout. There was no fooling around out there. They were going hard at it for the full 2 hours.
She worked the point. It took a couple of volleys, but Navratilova held tough there. Again, I'll tell you, this is a big deal for her. You know, we know that she's been injured. She had the groin pull and all, but, you know, I'm very happy to see that she's relaxed enough to swing away out there and have a good time. Because if you're at all tight against Seles, you've got no chance.
Overhead set up a winning volley for 1-1 here in the first set. If they're going to get into any protracted rallies from the baseline, I'm not so sure I like Navratilova's chance that much. She's got to get herself in. Of course, it's early in this match, just the third game. But there were just very few players when Seles was playing that could stay with her on the baseline. One of them was Graf, and the other was Jennifer Capriati, who was even more powerful than Graf because she had power on both sides. And it's coming up on 2 years since we've seen Jennifer Capriati play. The pass again from Monica.
Again, Navratilova she's not playing like a tomato can, Tim. I mean, she's hitting some pretty good shots, but she has not been able to rush Seles enough on these passing shots.
Just wide. Well, we're hearing the familiar Monica grunt there. That's nice to hear. What a sweet sound it is. And last night,
not everyone feels that way.
Well, they didn't certainly before, but so many have come to follow her. In fact, the Martinez Rancha Sanchez Vicario match at Wimbledon was fairly noisy. I thought the semifinal. But it's just nice to hear her grunting again. She didn't do it too much in the workout last night.
Not at all.
So
that was always true of her, though. It was in the match. It was in match play where you heard it.
40-15. Big serve down the middle. We'll be back with more of the Return of the Champions after this message and a word from your local station. She has borne the brunt of the grunt since 1991. This was vintage stuff.
Yeah, that's true. In 91, she was really hard at it. And in fact, she said, while she was still away from the game and thinking of coming back, she said, I don't want to be known as the one who grunted. I don't want to be known as the one who got stabbed. But in 1992 at Wimbledon, one of her defeated opponents, Natalie Toziak, complained about her grunting to the press afterwards. And then, in fact, this server right here complained as well. And by the time Seles got to the Wimbledon final against Steffi Graf, she tried so hard to mute her grunting that it affected her play, and she lost badly. She only won 3 games in that final. Of course, the British press went nuts. They put a gruntometer on the court, they called it, measuring grunts that they claim were higher than those recorded by locomotives with decibelity. So, first ace, 1 apiece now. And again, you see, that wasn't the heater that Navratilova threw there. That was the wide slice. Martina told me before this match, I asked her how she was going to serve Seles, and she said the important thing is to change the speed and the placement.